And Arnold's going to pop this one up. And it will be brought in by the catcher, so the Cardinals will strand a couple more on. Still have that 3-run lead that they built in the first inning as we head to the fourth.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora.
All right, in here for the top of the fourth. Apologies that we just getting started here. We thought we had hit go live, but apparently we had not. So we are starting in here on this top of the fourth. Sam Clare has struck out 9 batters here through the first 9 outs for the Cardinals. There has been 1 hit recorded against her by her opposing pitcher, Blakely Walter. And otherwise, there have been no other base runners for the Wildcats. The Cardinals have stranded 6 on. They have yet to score since the first inning, where they scored 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. And that is how we are here in the fourth inning with a 3-0 lead for the Cards. It was a really hot start where they were pretty much untouchable, it seemed. Then things have stalled a little bit. They've had runners on in both of the previous innings, but not able to get anyone home. Still sitting comfortably with that 3-0 lead. Got Reed McAvoy with you on the call. Hayden Harv's operating camera today for us. Sam Clare earlier this season became the all-time leader for strikeouts, passing up Kira Baker, who took it in stride, saying that she was very proud of Sam Clare, but had honestly expected that her record was going to stand for a little longer. But Sam Clare has grabbed that lead and taken a firm hold of it as she continues to induce swing and misses, her 10th strikeout of this game. She's just untouchable. That's why she's going to be going to play on at KU.
McAllister up to bat, number 22, Carswell on deck.
McAllister down 0-2. Sam Clare looking to try and get her 11th of the game. And that's exactly what she will do. And every single one has been by the swing and miss. Not one has gone down looking. The Wildcats doing their best to try and challenge the star pitcher, but they just cannot get to her stuff. Everybody except for the batter who waits on deck have struck out in this game against Clare. And the one who waits on deck is their pitcher, who put up a really strong AB and ended it with a hit through the right side. That is the only blemish on Sam Clare's day. Carswell, the shortstop here who's batting, made a very nice play earlier in this game, and this is going to be our first out that is not a strikeout, as Carswell will pop up along the infield to be out number 3. So through 4 innings of work, 11 strikeouts for Sam Clare as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
So here we embark on the bottom of the 4th with the top of the Cardinals lineup still yet to score since that first inning. And it's been pretty clear to see, even through the rest of this game after that first, that the Cardinals are the better team here today, but they haven't put up any runs since that first. Not that that necessarily is much of a problem as they sit with a decent 3-run lead, but you know they would like to add to it, and they certainly have the capability to. So they will try and do so here in the bottom of the 4th. It also wouldn't help to potentially run rule the team and get this one over quicker so they can get to the second game of this doubleheader with less wear and tear on their players.
Yeah, the only bad part about that is you got to sit next to me. Oh my gosh. That's what I was thinking.
Katie Corder will be off to Johnson County after this season to go and play softball. Following Kenzie Yoder from the previous year, Reese Pattison will join her. So her career will continue on the Varsity Sports Live network. We'll be able to catch every one of her home games on Johnson County Sports Live.
Playing cards. Make any money today? Yeah, $1.
Corder in her first AB put her speed to good use. She hit it through the right side immediately. So a leadoff single to start this game. Stole second on the next pitch, stole third on the next pitch, and then came home to score on a bunt from Lexi Bourne. And she's going to hit this one to the left side, and it'll drop in left center. Corder has a 2-hit day. So the first time the Cardinals have had a runner on with fewer than 2 outs since the first inning. And it is the speedy Katie Corder, so you'd think that the likelihood that they score for the first time since the first inning just went up exponentially. Corder being on first base is essentially the equivalent of a double. You can imagine she'll be taking off for second base immediately, and that's exactly what she will do, and she will swipe second base. The throw gets into center, but she is on with another stolen base in this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see her take off for third on the next pitch. Third baseman playing well in down the third base line. She does take off for third, but Bourne's going to hit it to the opposite field. So it's going to be a hit and run. Corder will score. It's an RBI hit for Lexi Bourne, and the Cardinals do have their first run since the first inning.
Pattison up to bat, number 42, Burris.
Bourne going to the opposite field. Very nicely done to push that one into right. And Corder, who already is extremely fast, also was in motion. So no problem for her to round third and come in to score. And the Cardinals have added to their lead. It was a bit of an ugly first inning for them, even though they did get the 3 runs. Only 2 hits. A couple came in on errors. Another one came in on a passed ball. That one much more standard. A hit, a stolen base, and then another hit to drive her in. So now Reese Pattison, another future Cavalier. She made a great play a little bit ago to preserve Sam Clare's strikeout. It was a dropped third strike. She had to go all the way to the backstop and then throw it over top of the runner breaking towards first, but did exactly what she needed to. Now Bourne takes off for second, and she's got another stolen base in this game. Cardinals able to run wild here on the Wildcats. This is exactly how this well-oiled machine is meant to function. Players playing their role to perfection. It's a pretty hot day here, about 85 degrees in Eudora. Only a light breeze to offer some reprieve from the heat. And Pattison turns around on one, but it's a foul ball. Cards went undefeated in their Frontier League season, 11-0 to become the champions. 21-1 on the year. They've won 5 straight after they dropped one to Olathe North. So they won the first 16 games of their season. The Wildcats have also been on a successful run. This one hit over to third, and Pattison is going to be retired for out number 1. And Bourne had to stay put at second base. Well done there by Peterson at third. The Wildcats 16-5 on the year, but they have won 9 of their last 10. And they've also won 4 straight. But the Cardinals seem to have them a bit overmatched, at least for the time being. We do have doubleheader action here today. Burris, another collegiate commit. She'll be off to Iowa Western Community College.
Miles.
The runner at second, also a collegiate commit. Lexi Bourne will be off to Wisconsin Superior. This one gets away. Sort of stalling was Lexi Bourne, but she's going to reach third regardless. She maybe didn't get a good read on that one initially, but she got the go-ahead from her coach and is able to advance the 60 feet to third. So now just a deep fly ball could add to the Cardinals' 4-0 lead. Walters winds and deals, and it's taken low.
If you've done them, I asked Tyler. Don't ask Tyler. But if you have time this summer, like.
Burris thought about offering it that one. It's called a strike, and that's strike 3. So she's punched out. A first strikeout for Walters in this game. It's good for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to bring about a bit of a conversation, but only a short one. A head nod from coach.
Clear up to bat, number 18, Brooks on deck.
Did seem like that one was at least on the very outside edge of the plate if it caught a piece of it. So it means there's 2 outs with Bourne still standing over at third. And now the star pitcher Sam Clare digs in. Clare 0 for 2 in this game. Fouls this one out to the sidewalk, and that was going to keep on running. These are the final two games of the regular season for the Cards. Going to be the ending for the regular season, of course, only, of a phenomenal season for them. They were a strong team last year, which was built on the shoulders of almost entirely juniors who are now seniors this year and have only grown stronger for this season. Claire will watch that one low, so the count runs full. Waiting behind Samantha Claire is the first baseman, Lori Brooks. The full count pitch is fouled away. Cardinals put up 3 in the first, and they've gotten 1 here in the fourth. It looked like for a bit that they were on track to maybe add more, but now on the verge of stranding Bourne on and only getting the 1 here this inning. Claire has to jump out of the way of that one, so she will be walked in the full count, and Brooks will get a chance with runners at the corners. It's the first time that Claire has reached.
Number 8, O'Toole on deck.
Brooks 1 for 2 in the game. And Brooks swings at the first pitch, hitting it out to right, and it's going to drop. So Bourne will score. They're still going to get in from the outfield. Claire will score. It's a 2 RBI hit. Brooks got a hold of that one and sent it over the head of the right fielder. And that means that their lead is now 6.
O'Toole up to bat, number 10, Kenda on deck.
A second hit in the game for Brooks is 2 for 3 now. It was actually Carpenter that came around to score rather than Sam Claire, the courtesy runner for her. And now Brooks will be at second with Olivia O'Toole up to the dish. O'Toole has a hit in this game, 1 for 2. And she will hit this one to the left side. Battling the sun is the left fielder Jeffers, but she is able to bring it in and strand the runner at second base. But the Cardinals double their lead here in the fourth. They're up by 6 as we head to the 5th inning.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Top of the 5th inning here. Cardinals up by 6. It will be the pitcher Blakely Walter to bat for only the second time in this game after she recorded her team's lone hit in her first trip to the plate. And it, not just that she recorded that hit, but it was a strong AB where she was able to foul off a couple pitches. I believe she worked it to a 2-2 count before pushing it through the right side. She's really been the only batter to put up a fight against Sam Clair. We only have just seen in the top of the fourth the first out that wasn't a strikeout, as the shortstop Kira Carswell was able to pop one up at least, put it in play. But now Walter's quickly down 0-2 and facing the same fate that every single one of her teammates have met in this game. It's only taken Sam Clair 54 pitches through this point in the game. And Walter here is again putting up a strong AB, at least fouling off a couple pitches. She also had some really good takes in her first trip, watching ones that were close to the zone but confidently taking. Another 0-2. And this one will be scooped to the right side, and the pitcher's going to be 2 for 2 in this game. Walters is the only one with a base hit for Hayden, and she's got 2. So that gives a chance with a runner on to the catcher, Connell. It's impressive from Walter to be able to get 2 hits against Sam Clair. Presumably, I mean, you can say that Sam Clair is pitching at a D1 level because that's exactly what she is doing. And if Walter can get a couple hits on her while the rest of her team have looked pretty helpless, that tells you she's pretty much hitting at a D1 level while also being the pitcher for her team. Maybe that'll be a name to keep an eye on. Blakely Walter from Hayden High School. And another swing and miss. Claire's 12th strikeout in this game. Add on to it that Blakely Walter is a freshman. So yeah, I think that'll be a name to remember. She'll be playing high school ball for 3 more years before she even gets a chance to go and play at the collegiate level, where perhaps she's showing that she could belong. Got a new hitter here, Kennedy Compton. This is the spot that would have been Mara Valdivia playing at second base. And a throw down to first, and it'll get through to right field. That was actually strike 3 there on Compton, so make it 13 Ks for Sam Clair. So now it's Maddie Guerrero, the right fielder. she will quickly go down 0-2. And now Hayden staring down the barrel of stranding their pitcher on base for the second time in this game.
Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't that something?
Still to this point, all 13 strikeouts have been swing and miss on strike 3. Claire has the batter 1-2. Winds, deals, and it's another swing and miss. 14 strikeouts for Samantha Claire. That's why she's going to be playing for the Jayhawks next year. Cardinals hold their 6-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Bottom of the 5th here, it will be Cundiff and Arnold to lead things off, and then Katie Corder, the top of the lineup. Cundiff 0 for 1, also hit by a pitch in this game. And she will pop this one up along the infield, and Walters will bring it in for out number 1.
Arnold up to bat, number 1 quarter on deck.
So now the lefty Maddie Arnold. 0 for 2 in the game. Walter approaching 90 pitches in the circle. And this one will be popped up. And the third baseman's going to slip over the bag, and it's going to land in foul territory. Looks like Peterson's all right, which is good news. That is a missed opportunity for an out there, which have come at a premium for the Wildcats. Walter, though, doing a good job to miss barrels, and she'll do it again. That is not an easy skill, but that one's going to be dropped too. Walter, twice in a row, was able to pop up the batter in foul territory even. Her fielders were not able to bring it in. So 2 lifelines given to Arnold, but she's also down in the count 0-2. You get a second and a third chance at life. What do you do with it? Walter doing a nice job to miss barrels. It's a different skill from what Sam Clare has, which is completely missing the bat. But it is equally as effective if you can keep the ball in the park and just have the batters be hitting it in easy spots for your fielders. That's exactly what you want to do. Count now 2-2 on Maddie Arnold. She will take that low, so the count goes full with 1 away. So top of the lineup waiting behind Arnold. And she will hit it to the left side. And it'll be brought in. What a catch by McAllister. After 2 dropped foul balls, a plus play defensively to keep Arnold off the bases and get out number 2. It was a nice stretch there in left. The freshman out there, Carly McAllister, making that play. So that means 2 down to Katie Corder, who has multiple hits in this game. In the second and the third inning, the Cardinals did the same thing they've done now, which is failed to get a runner on before there were 2 outs against them. And those are the 2 innings in which they have failed to score. Each time they've been able to get the first runner on, both times which were Katie Corder, they were able to get 3 runs in that inning, whether that be the first or the fourth. Walter approaching 100 pitches in the game. So 3-1 count now. Corder is not someone you want to give a free base to. She will swing and foul one away in the zone, so now the count's full. Walter with only 1 strikeout in the game, and it was called. And she will hit this one out to right center. Chasing it is Mead, and she will bring it in. So 3 up, 3 down for Walter for the first time in this game. A scoreless 5th inning sees us head to the 6th, 6-0.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
It is the third baseman, Emily Peterson, leading off here. It's 9-1-2 for the Wildcats. Only 2 hits in the game. Both have come from their pitcher, their freshman, Blakely Walter. And 14 of the 15 outs recorded have been by strikeouts. And you can make that 15. Sam Clare with her 15th swing and miss strikeout of this game.
Dennis up to bat, number 2, Mead on deck.
So the lineup turns over to Lydia Dennis, the left fielder. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. It won well outside. It's just crazy how good Sam Clare is at getting those swing and misses. She still tends to attack the batters as she does there. That one's in the zone, but there's just nothing that these batters can do to get to it, and it's not something that's unique to the Wildcats. It's been every single team that Sam Clare has faced all season long and all career long. Make it 16. She is simply untouchable.
Mead up to bat, number 44, McAllister on deck.
So now the center fielder, Mead. And she's going to connect with one. And that'll be brought in the field by Quarter. She has made both plays that have been hit into the field rather than a strikeout. And she makes the play on the pop-up along the infield. So 3 up, 3 down once again. Still 6-0 here for the Cards.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
So now commit to Wisconsin. Lexi Bourne comes in. It's hit over to third. She is thrown out for a quick out number 1. Walter has sat down the last 5 Cardinals batters that she's faced. So now it is Reese Pattison. She swings at the first pitch and fouls it. Pattison 0 for 2 in the game. If the Cardinals could put up 4 runs here this inning, that would be the game. We would shift our attention to game 2 of this doubleheader. That one's going to be inside and hit her. A 4th hit batter from Walter in this game.
Burris up to bat, number 30, Claire on deck.
Keeping track of those bruises this year? Well,
Number 14, Bishop, courtesy running for Pattison.
Bishop will run for her. And Pattison with a little scouting report perhaps for Burris before heading to the dugout. That one fouled as Bishop was taking off for second base, but she'll have to head back. Another one fouled away. The top of the 6th ended with that pop up to short by Meade, the center fielder. It's to the point for the Wildcats where even when they just put bat to ball on something that Claire has thrown, that seems completely unusual. We haven't even seen dangerous foul balls like the Cardinals have had at points in this game. This one's going to be taken as Bishop is taking off for second, and she'll get in. The throw is going to go into center, and she's going to try and take third, and she will grab third as well. So a stolen base and then advancing on the error. A runner at third now with one away. But the Cardinals have regularly had some foul balls down the line, something that just seems a little bit threatening. For the Wildcats, if they foul it, it's always been straight back, and even that has been a rarity. They just cannot even touch the ball. With Reese Bishop over at third, it's a 2-2 count to Burris. That one outside, a check back on Bishop.
Jade, that's your RBI. Come on now.
So a full count now for Burris.
Put this ball in play.
If you wanted to treat games a couple times,
This one hit to center. Backing up, looking up. It's gone. Burris with a 2-run shot to push the Cardinals' lead to 8. Burris has gone yard here, and the Cardinals improve their lead in this game. You were saying?
Claire up to bat, number 18 Brooks on deck.
So a 2-run shot here with 1 out has put the Cardinals up by 8 now as Sam Clare digs in. Still hitless in this game, 0 for 2. She had to toss the bat over Burris's bat over to Brooks, who's on deck, and she made a nice grab on it, getting some oohs and ahs from the crowd. And Claire's going to get her first hit today as that one shoots down the first base line. She will hold at first base with a single. Claire generally is also a dangerous batter. It was a little peculiar that she had been held off base thus far. But now she shoots that one through and is able to reach.
Number 16 Carpenter, courtesy running.
And then Kaylin Carpenter will come in to run for her again. That's right, it's the second time Claire reached. She reached on a hit by pitch earlier, but her first base hit of the game. So that brings in Brooks, 2 for 3 in this game. Maybe the Cardinals could try and run rule their opponent here an inning early. Brooks will hit it towards the center field part of the park, but Gagaro able to bring it in for out number 2. So Carpenter stays put at first, and it brings in the DP, O'Toole.
O'Toole up to bat, number 10 Cundiff on deck.
O'Toole 1 for 3. Swung and missed at a low one. And now O'Toole down 0-2. Next pitch will be the 115th from Blakely Walter. And it will be nubbed out in a swinging bunt. Third baseman comes to collect, but all that she can do is hold on to that one. She actually throws over to second to try and get Carpenter retreating to the bag, but it'll be A swinging bunt single for O'Toole to put runners at first and second. Brings in Cundiff, who's the lone batter to be punched out by Walter in this game. 0 for 2 also reached on a hit by pitch. Coach talking something over here with the home plate ump. Looks like they'll be running someone in for O'Toole. They will send Austin Strickland, a freshman, over to first base. So it's Carpenter at second, Strickland at first, Cundiff the batter. Cundiff hits it to the opposite way, but it's fouled. So 1-2 count on her. Runners were going, so they have to retreat to their bases. Two strikes on Cundiff. Considering the runners were going on the last pitch, you might expect them to do the same here. And it's going to be hit right back up the middle. That's going to be an RBI hit as Carpenter rounds third and comes in to score. Strickland will stay put at third. It's an RBI single for Cundiff. And now the quote-unquote walk-off run stands over at third base in the form of Strickland. Really nice hit by Cundiff right back up the middle, which the Wildcats have been conceding to the Cardinals. They've left that space wide open all day, but the Cardinals have very rarely hit one right back up the middle. It's a tough thing to do. It means you have to really square up the ball. That is exactly what Cundiff did there. She earned that RBI, and the Cardinals up by 9. So now it's the 9-hitter Arnold, who's 0 for 3. And this one will land in front of Connell, so Cundiff will advance 60 feet. That removes the force out from second base. Pretty much the only drama here is, will we see the 7th inning? There's 2 outs, 9-run lead for the Cards, and we will not, because Arnold will hit that one through the right side, and the Cardinals will run rule the Wildcats with a 10-run game here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be a 6-inning win for the Cards. 10-0 the final score. Sam Clare going the complete game with 16 strikeouts. A phenomenal game 1 of this doubleheader puts the Cards to 22-1 on the year, their 6th consecutive win. The Wildcats' 4-game win streak comes to an end as the Cardinals walk off victorious with the run rule here in game 1. We'll go to a break, wrap it up on a post-game show, and get into pregame for the second one of this doubleheader. You can keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
All right, welcome in here to the Eudora Animal Hospital post-game show. They've been serving pets in the Eudora and surrounding areas since 1975 and are proud supporters of Eudora Cardinal Athletics. It was a phenomenal performance for the Cards. They end up getting the win in 6 innings after they put up 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth, and then 4 in the 6th to get it done. But you cannot look past Sam Clare's 16 strikeout performance. Just ridiculous. And I think it's interesting to think this has been a common occurrence for the Cards, which is to beat their opponent with the run rule, that she will have that all-time strikeouts record, and without any question, she could have easily had more. If there were 6 innings, 7 innings, sometimes they even finished games in 3 innings, that she could have easily and happily gone on to strike out far more batters than she will even just be able to because of how good and how strong her team is, both on offense and defensively. Just an amazing game for everyone on the Cardinals side of things. Burris with the 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th, the 10-0 win here. Can look at the stats. Quarter goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Lexi Bourne 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, a couple runs scored. Pattison 0 for 2, worked a walk. Burris 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Sam Clare 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Brooks 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. O'Toole 2 for 4. Cundiff 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Matty Arnold 1 for 4 with the walk-off run driven in. So there were 11 hits in total for the Cards, a couple walks, 4 hit batters as well. And they are able to get the win. On the other side of things, the only batter to get a hit was Blakely Walter, the starting pitcher. She had a hit in both trips, in fact, going 2 for 2. Everybody else struck out at least once, likely twice in the game. They only maybe struck out once if they were replaced or a new batter came in for them. And they also committed 3 errors, Walter, Connell, and Carswell, the 3 different errors in the field. 10 of the runs were earned against Walter, so all 10 of them. Couple walks, and she did record 4 strikeouts in the game, throwing 122 pitches. I do think that she has a strong future, as I mentioned in the game, that Blakely Walter, only a freshman, is pretty clear to see that she's the strongest player on this team, and they are a strong team. They've won 15 games this year. They will end with a comfortably winning record. They're 15-7 now, and whether they end 15-8 or 16-7, it will be a strong team, and she was really the standout player on her side. So she will be a player to keep an eye on, especially from the Hayden perspective, but just for everyone, the Cardinals might be on watch, because I think that she may be a recurring character for the next 3 years in softball in this eastern Kansas area. But yeah, it's a strong win for the Cardinals to get their 6th straight, go to 22-1 on the year. Sam Clare is the standout performer with the 16 strikeouts, but everyone got the job done. There is nobody who does not deserve credit in that Cardinal performance. Even Pattison, who went hitless at the plate, made some great plays defensively and also worked a walk in the game. Just the Cardinals, really strong game. Unsurprising, they're a great team, and they continue to show that here. We're going to take a break, and we're also going to restart some software here to try and get things working. We've had some technical difficulties, so the stream will momentarily go offline, but you can stay here. This is the right place for Game 2 on Eudora Sports Live.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
How do you see the world?
Ha! At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into
everyday miracles.
Like riding my bike.
Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com. Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before.
All right, hello there, and welcome in once again as we've got more Cardinals softball, the second game of this doubleheader, the final game of the regular season, as the Cardinals will be doing battle here once again with the Wildcats. We've got Reed McAvoy with you on the mic, Hayden Harv's operating camera. It is O'Toole starting the second game here in the circle for the Cards after 16 strikeouts from Sam Clair in game one, which was a 6-inning run rule, 10-0 win. And O'Toole going to get things going with a swing and miss strikeout of the first game's pitcher.
Need up to bat, number 44, McAllister on deck.
Walter, who went 2 for 2 in that game. O'Toole battling the sun here as she winds and deals this one in the 2-strike count that'll miss. It has cooled down, but only barely. We're at 82 degrees after it was 85 for the first game. And another strikeout for O'Toole.
McAllister up to bat, number 22, Carswell on deck.
She is certainly, as you can see, capable of getting the strikeout, but it is not her MO to the same way that it is for Sam Clair. There's not many people in the world that have the strikeout their same MO as it is for Sam Clair. O'Toole can at times pitch to contact and trust in her defense, which is it is a very strong defense behind her. But she has sat down the first 2 batters the same way that Sam Clair sat down 16 in game 1. Batter now is McAllister, who's back in left field for game 2. There's been a good amount of reorganizing for Hayden. Walter, after pitching the first game, is playing short in this one. Carswell, who waits on deck, was the shortstop in game 1. She'll be playing behind the plate today, or for game 2. So it is today, but. McAllister watches a close one, but it's going to be called ball 4. Could have very easily been punched out looking there, but she will be granted first base.
Carswell up to bat, number 4, Connell on deck.
So it brings in Carswell. I mentioned she'll be catching for game 2. She's followed by Connell, who caught game 1. Connell will be playing at second base for this second game. Or rather, third base. Runner going for second. And the throw nearly there in time, but not fielded cleanly, and she will swipe second base. Now there's going to be some concern here for Quarter. Looks like she's all right. So a stolen bag for McAllister. Wildcats already have half as many base runners as they had in the first game, where they only were able to register 2 hits, and that was all. No walks, no hit batters. As far as I remember, they never had a runner at second base. The Cards, Sam Clare is over at first base. Hammis is in right. This one's going to get away on ball 4, so a second walk by O'Toole, and now the runner was trying to grab second base, trying to be mindful of the runner over at third, so Quarter ends up allowing the runner to retreat back to first. She was a little too hesitant to throw the ball to first base with the runner threatening down the third base line.
Number 4, Connell up to bat. Number 15.
So a second walk by O'Toole after striking out the first 2 batters means there's runners at the corners. Hammis played left field in the first game as a designated fielder. Now she's in right. Carswell moves up to take second. Wildcats threatening, knocking on the door of getting their first run today after being shut out in game 1, and that's exactly what they will do, is they'll get their first hit in this game 2, right back up the middle, and it will be an RBI hit for Connell. Meanwhile, she is able to advance to second on the throw in, so the Wildcats have their first lead today.
To bat, number 5, Guerrero on deck.
That'll bring about a meeting in the circle. The full infield getting in on it. I'm sure Sam Clare offering some advice to O'Toole. So now she has to deal with Valdivia, and Valdivia hits it up the middle, and that'll get past the diving quarter. Another run is in. Connell was going to hold at third, but the throw gets away. But Connell still sticks, but now it gets away again. And Connell will finally score. The Cardinals made a bit of a mess of it, but then seemed like they had cleaned it up, but then still there was some struggles with just getting control of the ball along the infield. So 2 runs end up scoring there. Carswell on an RBI hit, but Connell on what will almost have to be scored as an error. Meanwhile, the batter advanced all the way over to third. So it is a 3-0 lead for the Wildcats. Everything has come with 2 outs after O'Toole struck out the first 2 batters. So now it's Guerrero. She's going to connect with the first pitch, popping it up along the infield. Quarter brings it in to strand the runner at third, but the Wildcats have jumped out to a 3-0 lead with the Cardinals coming up in the bottom of the first.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
So it'll be the top of the Cardinals lineup as they get going in the bottom of the first. That's Quarter, Bourne, Pattison, and Burris if one of them can reach, to be followed by Claire and Brooks. So an ugly top of the first there after it was a nice start. The first two batters sat down on strikes. Quarter drops down a bunt, and she will reach, and this throw going to roll into right, but Quarter will be content with first, knowing that she can very easily steal second, so why risk getting thrown out? It only took 2 hits for the Wildcats to get those 3 runs. Also a Eudora error involved, quite similar to the first inning that the Cardinals had in Game 1, where they got 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. So some work to be done for the Cardinals, not anything that is above them as Quarter swipes second base. Bourne hits it to short, and it'll get through. Quarter is going to be sent home to score, so the Cardinals already have one back. An RBI hit by Lexi Bourne gives the Cardinals their first run in Game 2. So now it's Reese Pattison. She was held hitless in the first game. Did reach once with a walk. Swings and pops the first pitch out of play. Throw down to second. Bourne steals another bag today. Starting pitcher is this is a sophomore for the Wildcats, Olivia Kennedy. And Pattison lines one out to center, and it'll be brought in. Great play there by Meade. Disappoints the crowd. They were hoping that one was going to get by her. Pattison hit that one on a line. Might have been the best hit ball we've seen today, but it could not get past Meade, who was well positioned in center. So that means Bourne had to stay put at second, and there's now one down. Burris swings at the first pitch. Cardinals have been doing that a lot here in this first. Swinging at the first offering from Kennedy. It bounces right back to her. Able to retire the batter, but Bourne grabs third base. So a productive out number 2. Brings in Sam Clare. Had a hit and a walk in Game 1. Has to get out of the way of that one. Cardinals were hit 4 times in the first game by Walter. Clare ahead 2-0. Trying to get another run back after the 3-run top of the first. Cardinals looking to head into the postseason, riding a win streak. They've won their last 6. And Claire shoots that one down the first base line, but just foul and also out of reach of the diving Holloway. So now Kennedy has battled back to get the count to 2-2 after falling behind 2-0. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at third, one already in for the Cards. Kennedy winds and deals. Claire fouls it. When Sam Claire goes on to KU, she'll undoubtedly be primarily used as a pitcher, but she is also a dangerous hitter. She's been held a little bit quiet here today. She's reached base twice already, but not necessarily lighting it up like she can at the plate just as well as from the circle. See how KU opt to use her. They have recruited a phenomenal player. And that one inside. Claire stonewalls it. Full count. Now the ump going to come and have a word with Kennedy. Just trying to guess based off body language. It may have been something to do with her delivery, saying that she's doing something that could borderline be a balk. I don't know that that's what they're saying. I'm just trying to speculate. Something that the Hayden coach is unhappy with, quite unhappy, in fact. I'm not sure what that was. We might find out if there are further problems as the game goes on. But meanwhile, it's a full count. And Claire calls for time. And another inside pitch. Claire will take her base. Meanwhile, Bourne was advancing down the line as if she had maybe been entitled to home. So they had to chase her back to third, and Claire will capitalize and swipe second base in the midst of that chaos. So Sam Claire walks and reaches second on the same play.
Brooks up to bat, number 10, Cundiff on deck.
Brings in Lori Brooks, who had multiple hits in the first game. Meanwhile, some more words exchanged between the Hayden coach and the home plate umpire. Another thing, just speculating, it could be about pitch location, as there were a couple inside pitches called for balls. Not sure, though, just trying to offer my best guess. Brooks had a multi-hit game 1. And if she could find a gap, she could tie this one up. And she will nub it up the middle. It'll be at least 1 RBI. Claire's going to round, and she will score, as it was not dealt with cleanly by Meade in center. So the Cardinals do tie this game with some 2-out hitting. It was not hit very strong through the middle, but it did find its way all the way through. And then Meade misread it in center, so it got by her and allowed Claire to score, who never thought of stopping at third. She just rounded and came all the way home. In fact, she sort of went on a light jog coming home, even though if Meade had fielded it cleanly, it might have been a close play. And now after some struggles here and the Hayden coach seeing his team's lead evaporate, going to come and talk with Kennedy for a bit before Cundiff gets to dig in, the sophomore Leslie Cundiff. She'll swing at the first pitch and hit it softly to second, where Valdivia will bring it in. So the Cardinals strand one on, but they have stormed back to tie the game at 3s as we head to the second.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you?
All right, so back for the top of the second. It will be Compton to lead things off, their right fielder. O'Toole struck out the first 2 batters of the game, but then the Wildcats with the 2-out rally were able to get 3 across on 2 hits and an error. But the Cardinals matched that no problem. So we are knotted up at 3s as we embark on the second. Cardinals 3 runs on 3 hits. The Wildcats 3 runs on 2 hits. Cardinals have committed 1 error defensively. The Wildcats have committed a couple. Compton pulls that one foul. All this action is brought to you by Kansas Insurance, where they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention. So this one will be hit over to first, where Claire fields it, goes to the bag for out number 1. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. So this is the pitcher, Kennedy. She didn't play in game 1, but will get the chance to hit for herself, and Blakely Walters had a lot of success hitting for herself. She was, in fact, the only batter to get a hit, and she had 2 against Claire. This one will be hit to short. Quarter miss fields it with the glove, and that will likely be scored as an error, but a runner will reach no matter how that one goes in the book. There's one on for the Wildcats. Could go down as an infield single. It had a bit of heat on it going over to Quarter. We'll see what the scorers go with. Looks like for the time being, at least it'll go down as an error. So a second one against the Cardinals, 2 apiece in this game. And now it brings in Walter.
Number 7, Jeffers.
There will also be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Emmy Jeffers, the junior.
Go get a read.
Takes over at first base, number 7. Swing and a miss. O'Toole with a nice slow one there, maybe a curveball out of the hand. Swinging bunt goes foul. Looks like we're in for a much closer game 2 here. The Wildcats are a strong team. They were completely neutralized from proving that in the first game by Sam Clare just never even letting them leave the batter's box. But 3 apiece here as we go for the second. This one, oh, it could have been 2 if Corder could have put a glove on it. But after she committed an error earlier, just couldn't get a piece of that one, so 2 on.
Moved up to bat, number 44, McAllister on deck.
So with 1 out, runners at first and second. Ooh, and it looks like they're going to score that one as an error as well on Corder. So 2 in the inning. It was hit pretty much right at her. I didn't know if she got a piece of it to where it would qualify as an error. And then this one's going to get by the third baseman because Burris was playing really far in. The throw in not really hitting anybody in particular, but too close for the runners to think about going anywhere, so the bases are loaded with 1 down. First time that we've seen the bases loaded for either team today.
44, McAllister will be up for the Wildcats. Number 22, Carswell on deck.
So that brings in McAllister with the bases loaded. Cardinals talking things over. A double play would get them out of it. Burris has left the field of play. Looks like she's grabbing some tape in a different glove. So there's going to be some defensive shifting around here. Or maybe there was just an issue with the equipment. So looks like O'Toole's continuing to pitch. Maybe it was just something to do with the sun here. Yeah, everybody returning to their original defensive positions. But you can see O'Toole with the glove up battling the sun. I think maybe she went and grabbed a hat is what it was. A hat for Corder. Had those 2 misplayed balls, both credited as errors at least for the time being, and not an excuse, maybe the reason, just being that the sun's in her eyes. So she's got a golf visor on now at short. Swing and a miss for McAllister, who's down 1 and 2. O'Toole hasn't struck out a batter since she sat down the first 2. No bigger time than now with the bases loaded and 1 out. And she will get her to chase an outside pitch and go down for out number 2. A big strikeout for O'Toole.
Carswell up to bat, number 4.
Brings in Kira Carswell, and now the Cards could get out of this jam. Out 1 in there for strike 1. It's Kennedy, or no, rather Jeffers at third, Walter at second, Meade on at first. Carswell, the batter, with the bases loaded. She's going to get it through the left side. So the Wildcats back on top. Taking the turn is Walter. She will score. And meanwhile, Carswell will snag second on the throw home. So the Wildcats back on top and still threatening to add more. That's twice now that it's been hit to the left side, and they weren't able to make the play because they've had Burris positioned in, trying to play for the ball to be hit shallow to her. But when it comes at you on a line and you're playing short to the plate, it's going to be a lot harder to react to it. And it looks like that is going to be the signal to bring in Sam Clare to this game pretty early on. She was phenomenal through 6 innings of work. So they will go back to her. Clare only threw 79 pitches in that first game. So they will bring in the KU commit in relief to try and, I mean, I imagine the idea is just strike out all of the batters in the same way that she did in the first game. O'Toole, she looked really good to start things, but the Wildcats have been able to get to her, and it's just that the Wildcats have just seemed like two different teams, the one when they were facing Claire, when they were facing O'Toole. And the Cardinals would much prefer the version of the Wildcats that was facing Sam Claire, so they said, let's get back to that, please. And also, pitch count is far less of a worry in softball, especially for someone who's a senior. She's got the physical ability to take a lot of tacks, and it helps that she only threw 79 pitches in that first game, a complete game shutout win. So Brooks is in to play first base. And Claire right back to old form, getting a swing and miss. So Claire from first into pitch. And then Brooks, who was originally the designated player, is now in to play first base. We'll see if O'Toole sticks around to hit at all or if she's out of this game. And now Claire doing battle with Connell. There are two players in the Wildcats lineup that didn't play in the first game. So those two players, along with Blakely Walter, are the only three that have not struck out against Sam Claire today. Everybody else in a Wildcats uniform has faced the same fate, specifically by the swing and miss strikeout at least once, if not twice. And that one will be a called strike three, her first called strike three of the day to strand a couple on, but the Wildcats are back on top, so some work to do for the Cardinals offense in the bottom of the second.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
So after the Cardinals quickly went to the bullpen, there was white smoke from the dugout. The Cardinals electing a new pitcher, bringing Sam Claire back. Now here in the bottom of the second, Hammis will get her first AB today. She was just used in the field and left in game one. She will swing at this one. It'll bounce over to third. And a nice throw and a great stretch by Holloway will get out number one. So the Cardinals have turned to the pen pretty early in this one. I don't think they'll be super excited about that, but also not too worried. Final game of the regular season. Claire didn't get taxed too hard in the first game. But they also trail by a couple, so work to do offensively. Arnold is now the batter. Two and one is the count for Maddie Arnold, the second baseman. Both teams scored 3 in the first. Wildcats back on top with 2 in the top of the second. Arnold is going to send that one into right field. So she will take the turn and head to second. She's got a leadoff double. Tries to get her dugout pumped up. Nice hitting there by the 9-hole. So the lineup turns over to Quarter. Not impossible that the 2 errors are forefront on her mind. Might think that she needs to atone for it at the plate. Toying with the defense is Arnold. The Wildcats have always had the right idea defensively, knowing where to get the ball, but a lot of times have had a lot of trouble getting the glove on it when they then get it into the right spot. Quarter with a bunt, trying to reach, and looks like she is safe over at first. No, they beat her to the bag, so it just goes down as a sacrifice hit.
31 Bourne up to bat, number 32 Patterson on deck.
So that puts Arnold over to third base with 2 down. Wasn't a leadoff double, my apologies. I said that earlier, but Hamas led off this inning. She was the first out. Then Arnold doubled, and now she's been bunted over to third for Lexi Bourne. And this is going to get into left field. And so the run will score on an error, completely unforced there on the Wildcats. Arnold was continuing to toy with the defense, hopping down the third base line, and there was a throw over to the bag and no one there waiting for it. So it goes into left. That sort of goes to prove what I was just saying of the Wildcats know where to get the ball defensively to try and keep the Cardinals at bay, but a lot of times have had a hard time getting a glove to it. I think it would qualify as having a hard time getting the glove to it when no one's standing over there for your throw. And so that's a third error committed by the Wildcats already in this game, and it allows Arnold to get in and score with 2 outs. Inside pitch just above the knees and thigh board. It's now a 3-0 count. Patterson waits on deck. She takes that one on the inside part for strike 1. And that one well outside for ball 4, so Bourne takes her base.
Patterson up to bat, and 42 Burris on deck.
Kennedy through an inning and 2/3 has offered up 4 hits and 2 walks. 4 runs allowed, only 2 of them earned on account of the 3 errors. This one will be connected with pretty well, but foul. Bourne was thinking about taking off. She'll probably have the same consideration in mind here. She has comfortably stolen second, I want to say 3 times today in this doubleheader. Doesn't seem to quite trust herself to take off for third like Quarter does. Patterson again crushes one foul. Everyone here in the crowd admiring that one as it had home run distance, but pretty well foul. Oh, Bourne takes off again, and Patterson hits it pretty well. Meade misread it at first, but is able to come in battling the sun and record out number 3. So the Cardinals strand one on, but they also get one back thanks to an error. Arnold was allowed to score. The Cardinals trail by 1 as we head to the 3rd.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Top of the third here, Sam Clare will get back in action as she's been called in relief. Struck out the first batter looking, which is the first time that's happened today, but her 17th strikeout. So no surprise in the end result of that AB. I think that's the first good-looking foul ball that we've seen for the Wildcats against Sam Clare. Off the bat of Valdivia. Takes a big hack at that one, comes up short, now down 0-2. Has something to say to Claire about when she, what they call breaks the hands, which is when your hand leaves the glove before you pitch. Making sure that she's following protocols as she winds and deals, and a piece of it for Valdivia to foul it back. Valdivia has a hit in the game, came against O'Toole. Corners are in here defensively for the Cards, and a swing and miss, a whiff for Valdivia. Fourth strikeout for Cardinals pitchers, second for Clare in relief. Brings in Madeline Guerrero. Clare just drills it into the high part of the strike zone, and the batters seem to have nothing they can do with it. They're chopping up at it. And she gets another swing and miss strikeout on 3 pitches. She sits down Guerrero.
Number 12, Compton, up to bat. Number 18, Kennedy on deck.
So Clare has faced 3 batters. She has struck out 3 batters. And now she will face Kennedy Compton for the first time today. One and 2 on Compton. And another swing and miss. 4 straight strikeouts for Clare. She strikes out the side here in the top of the third. The Cardinals down by 1 when they come up in the bottom half.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
It'll be Burris to lead things off for the Cards, followed by Sam Clare. Burris had a 2-run homer in the first game in the bottom of the 6th inning, the 6th and what proved to be final inning. Right now she represents the tying run, but she will hit this one, and it's going to land fair. So Burris will get a single on the infield, a pop single. That one had a lot of spin on it. You could see it came off the bat in a weird way, had some rotation towards the first base line. And it landed, and then Burris did crash into the infielder. We're going to see home plate umpire had something to say about it, but not going to make any changes to positioning or call anybody out. Could have been maybe thought as interference, either against Burris or in her favor, but she will get to just keep first base with that awkward single. So Sam Clare swings at the first pitch. This could be two. They get the lead runner, and they will not be able to double up Clare, so they just retire Burris on the base paths. A good play by Valdivia to glove that one and then make the toss on to Walter at short. So that brings in the DP turned first baseman, Lori Brooks. And meanwhile, there will be a runner for Clare.
Number 16, Carpenter, courtesy running for Clare.
It's Kaylin Carpenter, the senior, taking over at first base.
Brooks up to bat, number 10, Cundiff on deck.
Cards with 5 hits as a team. Brooks already has a hit in this game. Drove in a run. Cardinals continuing to attack that first pitch out of the hands of Kennedy. For some batters, you see that as a strategy, and just there's a thought of a lot of times that ends up being the best pitch you'll see. But we didn't see the Cardinals do that a whole lot in the first game. It did happen, certainly. But that has been the theme of this second game for them offensively. This is the final regular season game for the Cards. The Frontier League champions in undefeated style. 22-1 on the year. Looking to win their 7th straight game and head into the playoffs with a lot of momentum. But they find themselves trailing here after the Wildcats put up 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Tying run on at first in the form of Kaylin Carpenter. This one will be hit to the opposite field and foul. So that puts 2 strikes on Brooks. That one will catch a piece of Brooks, so she will take first. And that also forces Carpenter over to second. So 2 on with 1 down. Tying run stands in scoring position now. Leslie Cundiff, the sophomore right fielder. Cundiff hits it to the left side. Connell keeps it in front, and they're able to get the lead runner out at third. So the position remains runners at first and second, but now 2 down. A good job by Connell. Don't know how much she knew about it, but ended up being a good job. She was positioned close to the plate, but it hit her in the legs, and then she was able to react quick enough to get Carpenter out at third on the fielder's choice. So that brings back in Hammis. With 2 on and 2 down. So the Wildcats look to preserve this slim lead. They never even scored a run, let alone had a lead in the first game. They've generally been in control of this game too, but that one's going to drop. Brooks takes the turn at third. It's misplayed out and left. So the Cardinals have tied the game. McAllister did not field that one cleanly. Brooks may have scored anyway, but it made it all that much easier for her to round third, and we are tied at 5s. Wildcats could not hold that lead going into the 4th. So that puts runners at second and third as Cundiff and Hammis advanced on the throw. Check back at Cundiff at third. She's back in safely. So now Maddie Arnold, who already has a hit in the game and has also come around to score, doing so on an error, could look to try and give the Cardinals their first lead in game 2. Arnold will hit it to the right side. Holloway fields comfortably and gets the out, and then looked like she got pushed down to the ground there by Arnold running down the first base line. Some confused looks shared there. Anyway, the inning is over, and the Cardinals have come back to tie it at 5s as we head to the 4th.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
There were some aggressive looks and shrugs exchanged over at first base after the first baseman was shoved down to the ground by Arnold running that one out. And now the umpire talking things over before we start on the 4th. There was also the play earlier where Burris was going down to first and crashed into the fielder over there. I don't think there was any intent behind that one. That's not to say there was any behind Arnold's either, but might just be contributing a bit to players being a little bit more aggressive or maybe just a little less careful than normal to avoid colliding over near the first base bag. And still some adamant discussions going on with home plate ump and coach near the home dugout. And now the umpire is going to meet near first, talk things over. I don't know if there was maybe warnings issued or what this is. Just speculating. I don't know. We haven't seen anything clear here. Nothing will be issued, at least as of yet. So we'll just get going on the top of the fourth here in a 5-5 ball game. This is the pitcher, Kennedy, who is going to bat against Sam Clare for the first time today and quickly fall down 0-2. Waiting behind her on deck is Game 1's pitcher, Walter, who had the 2 hits against Clare in the first game, the only 2 hits against her thus far today. And she will sit down Kennedy with a swing and miss. Her 5th consecutive strikeout here in relief. So now a rematch chance for Claire, going to battle with somebody who she has yet to get the better of, oddly enough. Faced her twice and was hit against twice. The freshman Blakely Walter earned our praise by doing that. Other than Walter's 2 hits, they had 2 pop-outs, which were the only things that were anything other than strikeout, swing and miss in Game 1. And Walter will hit this one out to right. Cundiff will bring it in, but Walter continuing to have little trouble getting bat to ball against Sam Clare. Really impressive.
Number 2 Mead at the bat, number 44 McAllister on deck.
He's been impressive today. Walters.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the baby screaming. I was like,
oh, that's an impressive trooper today. That's an impressive.
So after 5 straight strikeouts for Sam Clare from the pen, or rather taking the jog over from first base to the circle, there is a fly out in the mix, but she has sat down 6 straight. And now battles with Mead, who's 1 for 2. If the Wildcats want to win this game and add on, they're going to have to do some damage to Sam Clare for the first time today. And that has just seemingly looked to be an impossible task for this Wildcats offense. So the count goes 2-2 on Mead. And she will swing and miss. Clare's 6th strikeout in this game will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
So we get going here on the bottom of the 4th of a tie game, as it's the top of the Cardinal lineup. Quarter nearly sending one down the third base line. Well, she did send it down the third base line, but foul rather than fair. Still going up against Kennedy, who's approaching 50 pitches. Thus far, through 3 innings of work, she's allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. Walked a couple batters and also hit 1. Quarter is 1 for 1 with 2 stolen bases and a run scored. And she was well behind that one for strike 2. And gets under this one, hitting it high to the left side and brought in by McAllister. So Quarter is the first out. Generally, when she leads off, if she's able to reach, that's basically a guaranteed run for the Cards. They could use one right now, but they'll have to find it in something other than what you would say is their strong suit. Lexi Bourne, of course, a very dangerous batter, but it always helps when you're batting with Quarter on base. She gets under this one, and it's brought in for out number 2. So a weak start to the bottom of the 4th, despite it being the top of the Cardinals order. 2 down, and now Pattison will dig in. Still looking for her first hit today. In her first AB, she lined one out to center. That one will hit her on the left shoulder, and she will take first. She's been hit by the pitch 13 times this season. There will be a courtesy runner taking her place so she can get her catcher's gear on with 2 down. That will be Reese Bishop.
Number 14, Bishop, courtesy running for Pattison.
So that brings in Burris, who's 1 for 2. A chance with a runner on. Try and put the Cards on top for the first time here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. This one will be hit to the opposite field, and it'll drop. Bishop takes the turn at second. She heads to third. They're going to send her. Bishop rounds for the plate. The throw comes in, and she will score. It's an RBI triple for Jaden Burris. She's dancing over at third base as with 2 outs, she's given the Cardinals their first lead of this game.
30, player up to bat, number 18, Brooks on deck.
Some nice 2-out hitting from Burris to send it to the opposite field. And some nice speed as well to get all the way to the third base bag. So that brings in Sam Clare, who's now in line to win this game. The 2-out hit by pitch proved costly as the courtesy runner Bishop was quick around the bases and able to score on that triple. Claire hits it to the opposite way, but foul. One count, 2 outs. Burris over at third. And the pitch is called for a ball. Claire gets under that one. It's got some spin on it. A diving attempt by Holloway over at first, and she was not able to get to it. Hopefully she's all right. Coming up off the dirt. Looks like she'll be okay. Holloway has been pretty effective over at first base. She's made some nice stretches and some good grabs over at the first base bag. Just trying to make a plus play there. It might be a little worse for wear as a result. For a second, the trainer came out to talk things over, but looks like she's okay. So Sam Clare will dig back in. And she will hit it back to the pitcher who misses it. This is a chance for a run here, but but she is thrown out at first after Kennedy couldn't glove it. Valdivia able to make the play. So Burr is stranded at third, but her RBI triple has given the Cardinals the lead as we head to the fifth.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Claire back to work here in the top of the fifth. She's got the left fielder McAllister to deal with. 3, 4, and 5, so the teeth of the Wildcats lineup. The Wildcats put up 3 in the top half of the first. Cardinals responded with 3 in the bottom half. Then Hayden put up 2 more in the second. Cards only got 1 back. Then the Wildcats blanked in the top of the third. Cardinals tied it up. And once again blanked in the top of the fourth, where the Cardinals scored again to take this 1-run lead that they have now. The sun moving around here, so Katie Corder goes and grabs her sunglasses once again in lieu of the visor. Sam Clare struck out 16 batters in her complete game shutout of game 1. She struck out 5 here in relief in game 2. And make that 6, a swing and a miss from McAllister.
Kurzweil up to bat, number 4, Connell on deck.
So now it is Kira Carswell, the catcher here for game 2. Big hack underneath strike 1. Claire just buries it in the top of the zone over and over again with some really, really good location. There's nothing that they can do about it. And even when she misses like that outside, a lot of times she's been able to induce chases from the batters. And if you miss and you miss outside, that's a great spot to miss. Makes it so that you're not in jeopardy of anything going wrong on your missed locations, which are inevitable. Even the world's best pitchers will miss their spot every once in a while. But Claire is regularly on the money. That one ripped foul. Carswell hits that one decently well. She was one of the 2 batters that popped out in the first game, which was at least something different than the strikeout for the Wildcats. So she's proven she can get the bat to the ball at least against Claire. Hasn't been able to do anything with it, but that time showing a little bit of a threatening swing there with that foul ball. She watches that one high for a ball. So Cards fans wanted that one to be strike 3. That pitch rising up near the zone, and it ends up high for a ball. So the count even. Winds and deals. And a piece of it. A strong AB by Kira Carswell. She has a hit in this game. It came against O'Toole. No one has registered a hit against Claire all day across both games. That's not true. Walter got a couple against her. Nobody except for Walter has registered a hit against Claire all day. No one here in game 2. Another strong foul ball from Carswell. She's seeing Claire better than a lot of people have been today. An inside miss there from Claire, who's now had the count worked full against her. And another foul ball. This is a strong AB from Carswell. A very nice plate appearance, and Claire is actually going to ask for Pattison to come to the circle here for a moment. Talk things over, try and figure out how they want to put her away. Carswell putting up some resistance here for her team. And the Wildcats only down by 1. In the first game, when a batter was putting up some resistance or even got on base, it just sort of felt like, okay, I mean, the Cardinals are up by 3 or more at that point. But every batter for the Wildcats represents the tying run, and she's going to reach with a walk, and she will excitedly take her base. And she knows what a job she has just done to get on base against Sam Clare. That's the first walk issued by her today. And it puts the tying run on base. Credit where credit is due. That was a strong plate appearance for Kira Carswell. So that brings in Game 1's catcher, Game 2's third baseman, Connell. This is Emberly Connell, the sophomore. Looking to drop down a bunt, and it's a beauty. Claire will field and glove over to Arnold at first. A nice play to record the out. The runner does advance to second base. So that means 2 down. The tying run over at second. And the batter will be Mara Valdivia. Valdivia 1 for 2 in this game. She could find a gap. She could tie this game up and record a first run today against Samantha Clare. But she is behind the first 2 pitches and quickly down 0-2. Might be some slight signs of fatigue showing on Sam Clare, who at this point has thrown well over 100 pitches today. A high pitch taken for a ball. And Valdivia gets a piece to foul it off. So I would say there is some fatigue, as she's at least touchable at this point. Whether they can put it into fair territory and find gaps is another thing, but batters who were previously seemingly inept against Sam Clare are able to get something, but Valdivia couldn't get anything on that one. She's the 8th strikeout victim of Game 2 for Sam Clare. And that tying runner is stranded on at second base. So the Cards hold their 1-run lead as we head to the bottom half of the 5th.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Hey, I'm Mike Rowe, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
So we've got a pitching change here for the Wildcats as they go to the pen and bring in Emmy Jeffers in relief of Olivia Kennedy. We can put the end on Kennedy's day. She went the first 4 innings, allowing 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, walked a couple batters, and hit a couple batters. Cardinals collectively bat .389 against her, which while that's a very solid batting average, the Cardinals honestly tend to operate pretty far above that. It's certainly at least in the 400s, sometimes even touching 500 or better at the plate. Maybe they can have some better fortunes against the junior Emmy Jeffers. Brooks was down 0-2, but gets it back to 2-2. She was hit by a pitch, also has a hit, an RBI, and a run scored in this game. And she will hit that one fair down the left line. She will hold up at first base as it's a solid throw into second. So a leadoff single. And there's a runner on for the Cardinals. So Brooks with a multi-hit game. And now Leslie Cundiff will dig in. 0 for 2 in the game so far. And a slap hit. I'm not really sure what to call that one. A bunt of, a drag bunt. There you go. That's the term for it. That's what she was going for there. Ended up running foul. Maybe just trying to size up the new pitcher, who lost the handle on that one seemingly as it was well high and wide. Still a close game here. 6-5 our score. After the Wildcats were able to get 5 runs on the starter, Olivia O'Toole. They haven't been able to touch the pen. And the Cards were already keeping pace even before they made the move to Sam Clare. But that has helped things even more, slowing down the Wildcats, keeping them within reach. Swing and a miss from Cundiff makes the count 2-2. Cards would love some insurance, just some extra runs to feel a little more comfortable about this game as it goes on. At this point, their pitcher Sam Clare is throwing 128 pitches today, so you can expect she'll look a little bit fatigued. A check back at first. Brooks is back safely. So they just feel a little more comfortable if they could add something to this slim lead. Full count here with the runner at first. And a close one taken for ball 4. That was very close to that outside part of the plate. The first 2 will reach. So the batter is now Hammis. And that one was behind her, and a throw over to third, and they gunned down the runner. Or was she safe over at third? Looked like the throw beat her, but she was able to get in regardless, so the runners both move up 60 feet. Runners at second and third. So makes it easier for the batter to try and drive in some runs here. Bottom of the fifth, 6-5 our score. And now going to be a meeting in the circle with the relief pitcher, Emmy Jeffers. Jeffers has come in and thrown 2 pitches. No, she's faced 2 batters, thrown 14 pitches, offering up a walk and a hit. And then also a wild pitch allowed the runners to advance an extra base. Cundiff at second, Brooks at third. Hammis the batter, battling with Jeffers. 1-1 is the count on the batter. She takes that one for strike 2. Cardinals struck out 4 times in game 1. They have not yet struck out in game 2. Hammis trying to avoid that fate in a 2-strike count. Pitch well high. As the sun continues to set, it's cooling down more and more. 78 at this point. But that sun also definitely in the eyes of every left-sided fielder in this game. Everybody that's playing shortstop, third base, or left field will be happy to see the sun set over the horizon. And that one, did it get a piece of her? Doesn't seem like it, but now it's going to be loose on the infield. No one really seemed to know what was going on there, but it was just ball 3, and also it was a pitch that was wild. It won't go down as a wild pitch because there were no extra bases taken as the runner stayed put at second and third. That's the second time that a pitch has been low and inside to Hammis. And it brings about a full count here on the batter. And she will swing at an inside pitch, and seems like she got a piece of it to foul it. That one was on trajectory to hit her. But if she hadn't gotten a piece of it and swung and missed, it would have just been a strikeout. Another full count pitch. This one in the zone, pushed foul to the opposite way. Cards have scored at least 1 run in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, third, and fourth. Trying to keep that up here in the 5th inning. And the high pitch is taken, so the bases are loaded. Very composed AB there by Hammis, even with those inside pitches, never really letting it unsettle her. Just getting the job done, taking her base, so they are loaded for Arnold, who has already scored a run in this game, has a hit, 1 for 2. The throw back to third was backed up, so they're okay, even though it wasn't gloved well. Jeffers seeming a little bit wild here in relief. When she does control it, she can hit her spots pretty well, but she is not immune to something like that outside pitches, low pitches, or even sometimes putting the batter in jeopardy of the hit by pitch, which at this point would force across a run. Just based on the performance we've seen so far, I think that she's not one of the first options for the Wildcats. But it's also a very intimidating offense, so you could understand her being a little nervous, a little wary of the zone. But at some point, you've got to throw strikes. She has Arnold 2-2 here with the bases loaded and none away. Brooks the runner at third, Cundiff at second, Hammis at first, Arnold the batter. She will watch that one, called ball 3. It was close. Carswell and Jeffers really wanted that one. Jeffers not able to hide that she did not like that call. I'll tell you, I agree that it was definitely close. I don't think there would have been many complaints if it was called strike 3. Another full count pitch. Arnold will hit this one fair to left. McAllister is not able to catch it. So Brooks comes in and scores, and the bases will stay loaded. That's an error on McAllister. She couldn't bring it in. She's actually got a nice shaded spot over there in left, but could not glove it. So it's 7-5 Cards, and the situation remains bases loaded, none out. That is a leadoff there for the Cards. Another error by the Wildcats, their 4th of the game. And it means the Cards have a 2-run lead and are still in a position where they are threatening to score more. So the lineup turns over. A nice catch and tag by Connell, but Brooks is safe. Or rather, Cundiff is safe, retreating to the bag. So the top of the order here in a very fortuitous situation where the Cards could really open this one up, put up a crooked number, and feel a lot more comfortable about the rest of this game. Quarter 1 for 2. Also has a sacrifice bunt in this game. She gets into one. Hit out to center. It will be brought in by Meade. Tagging is Cundiff. It's a good throw. She's gunned down and out. That is a great throw by Meade to keep the game within 2 and also get a second out on that play. It turns into a double play. The runners on the back end did advance to second and third, but Cundiff is gunned down by Meade in center. As this game goes on, that could prove to be a very big play. So now from bases loaded, none out, it's runners at second and third with 2 down. Brings in Lexi Bourne, who's 1 for 2 in the game with a walk and a run scored. And Bourne will hit it to the opposite field, and it's going to be gloved out there by Compton. So after the Cardinals loaded the bases with no outs, they are only able to get 1 from it. They lead by 2, though, as we head to the 6th.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
back in here for the top of the 6th after the Cardinals had a big opportunity to open this game up, put a lot of runs on the board, but only were able to get one after loading the bases with none down. Could that end up mattering here, or will Sam Clare be able to keep this game right where it is and get her second win on the day? Before things get going, looks like might be some adjustments here. Maybe some defensive changes, we'll see. Maybe not, just talking things over, I suppose. So the top of the 6th here, 7-5 our score. Cardinals leading by a couple in their final regular season game of the year. It will be Gagero, Compton, and Kennedy. This one fouled back. We'll see if Kennedy actually hits. She was the starting pitcher, who's been replaced by Jeffers. Swing and a miss from Gagero, quickly down 1-2. Not a bad spot at the outside part of the plate, but no offering from Gagero. And now that one really got away from her. Count goes full. Even a fatigued Claire is still a great pitcher for the Cards, but she might prove to look a little more mortal at this point. Maybe they can get some hits on her. This one will be a dribbler out to second, fielded by Arnold, who makes the sidearm throw for out number 1.
Compton up to bat, number 7, Jeffers on deck.
A potentially helpful shadow at this point being cast across the softball diamond. Compton in a 1-1 count. Hits this one over to first. A nice glove by Brooks. That is a very nice play there. As she was playing in, so had little time to react, but able to get the glove to it and go to the bag for out number 2. A plus play defensively there. So the first 2 are sat down. And it will be the relief pitcher, Emmy Jeffers, to hit for herself in place of Olivia Kennedy. Jeffers came into the game defensively in game 1 and had 1 AB against Clare. She went 0 for 1 and struck out. And they were seeing if they thought that she offered at that one, but they say she held up. So a 1-2 count, and she will get the swing and miss on Jeffers. Her 9th strikeout of the game will end this top of the 6th. Cardinals will come up with that 2-run lead intact.
across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
So as we get set for the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Cardinals still up here 7-5. They have continued their streak of scoring in every inning thus far in this game. 3 in the first, 1 run in every inning to follow. Will they continue that here in the bottom half of the 6th? Pattison turns around on one but fouls. She's done that a few times today. She's still looking for her first hit. She's found her way on base a couple times, hit by pitch in both games, but yet to find the grass with one. And a looping curveball at the top of the zone. Pattison couldn't hold back on that one. Ends up pulling it to the left side. She'd like to have that one back and sit back on it for a second and turn around on it. 2 strong foul balls. Sees her down 0-2, and now a high pitch for ball 1. Jeffers has thrown 54% strikes out of the pen. Compare that to Kennedy, who threw 63% strikes. And Sam Clare, who has thrown 69.4% strikes. Pattison turns around on one, and it's going to stay in play here. Lands just in front of the wall. It'll be a double. Everyone here thought that was gone, myself included for a second there, but it just stayed in the park. So it is a leadoff double for Pattison, and it is her first hit today. Just a few feet short of that 210 sign out in center. And now Reese Bishop will go in courtesy run for the catcher at second. Burris, the third baseman, digs in, 2 for 3 in this game. She hit a home run in game 1. Yes. Has a triple in game 2. This one hit out to right and gloved by Compton. That keeps the runner at second base. So in center field. I have one. Oh, yeah. 15 is Valdivia, that's their second baseman. 13 is Emery Serrano Longoria. You said 13, right?
No, number 2. Number 2 is Adrian Center.
Reed.
But she's considered
12 is in right now.
What I get on base. My running is a different story. My hips aren't the same as they used to be.
They still need it.
As evidenced by this.
Hey, back in. So Bishop at second, Claire the batter, 0 for 2 in this game and 0-2 in the count. A check swing foul. Claire had a hit in the first game that went down the first base line. 0 for 2 in this one. Trying to keep up that streak of the Cardinals scoring in every inning. And a looper that Claire will hit right back up the middle, and Bishop will take the turn at third, and she will come in to score. Now Claire's going to maybe be gunned at second, and she is. So it's an RBI single, but then Claire out advancing. The Cardinals, though, do keep up that streak of scoring in every inning of this game, and they're up by 3 now with 2 down.
Brooks up to bat, number 10, Kundo on deck.
Cardinals have made a habit of advancing on throws. Hasn't cost them all day, but Claire got caught that time. So now with 2 down, Lori Brooks, who's 2 for 2. With an RBI, couple of runs scored. Also hit by the pitch, so she's reached in all 3 trips. She'll hit it to the left side, and it gets by the diving Walter. So a 2-out hit. Brooks has reached all 4 times here in game 2. 3 for 3 day. Now the coach and umpire talking things over. Will we see maybe a different runner or a different batter? Or just some discussions here, clarifying maybe. Been a lot slower of a pace to game 2 than game 1. That'll happen when you have 16 strikeouts in the first game. Makes things move a little quickly. Not sure if there's not any substitution here waiting in the wings, and I'm not really sure what's happening here. Okay, there is. There's a pinch runner coming in at first. Will be Austin Strickland. The freshman Strickland has been a very solid player this year. She's had some starts, had some big hits. Will come in as a pinch runner here. I imagine that as the years go by, she will only grow into a bigger role for this team, and that she will be a strong player. Remember the name Austin Strickland. Cundiff comes in 0 for 2. And this one's going to be thrown away, going back to first. Strickland had danced towards second base, and then there was a pick-back attempt from Carswell, but it gets fired into right field, so Strickland advances on the error. A 5th error by the Wildcats in this game. Hard to win against a team like Eudora when you're offering up 5 errors. To their credit, though, they've still got it close, within 3. And a great play by Compton in right. She had to track that one down and reach low to make that play, and she made it. So that strands the runner at second. A great play by Compton. The Cards do get one. They have a 3-run lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
All right, so we reach here the top of the 7th. Sounds like there was a change here. We'll see when that comes to, I think it was for the Wildcats. Anyway, Claire continues on here, top of the 7th, potentially the final 3 outs of this game if she can keep the Wildcats off the board. Try and get a doubleheader sweep, 7 straight wins for the Cards, 2 wins for Sam Claire in the same day. She's had 25 strikeouts across the 2 games, 9 here in game 2. They're going to ask her to go 5 1/3 in relief after a 6-inning complete game shutout in the first matchup today. And she quickly has Walter down 1-2. Walter flew out to right last time. 2 hits and 2 trips in the first game. The 1-2. Fouled back. Claire trying to get double-digit strikeouts in both games. Another 1-2. Hit right back to her. She doesn't field it, but then Burris does and makes a great throw. Also a great catch by Brooks to get that first out. That was well done by everybody.
Number 20, Peterson at the bat. Number 44, McAllister on deck.
So 1 down here in the top of the 7th thanks to a very nice play by the corner infielders. And now here is that change. It's Emily Peterson, who started at third base in the first game. She is coming in to hit for Meade, the center fielder. Peterson in the first game went 0 for 2. Struck out both times. She's ahead 2-0 here, though, on Claire, whose next pitch will be her 70th. And she will get a swing and miss. Claire threw 79 pitches across the 6 innings of game 1. So at this point, she has thrown 149 pitches. Her next will be her $150 of the day, and gets a swing and miss from Peterson. So after falling down 2-0, it's 2-2. And she gets her 10th strikeout in relief. And there is now 1 out left here for a doubleheader sweep to end the season for the Cards. 26 on the day, 10 here in game 2. And the final batter, potentially, is McAllister, the left fielder. Pattison thought it might have been a strike on location, but also wanted the ump to check if the batter went, and the first base ump says no, she did not. Swing and miss. Wildcats down to their final strike. Could Claire get her 11th strikeout in game 2? It would be her 27th on the day. She would get the win in both games. The 1-2 taken outside. This game that's been a little bit slow and certainly dramatic. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for its conclusion. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Samantha Clare with her second win on the day. 27 strikeouts across this doubleheader sweep. Just ridiculous from the KU commit, and also a great day by the Cardinals as a whole to battle back after giving up 3 runs at the top of the first. They're able to grab the win here, and they have had a super strong season, only dropping 1 game all year long, and they brush off the Wildcats no problem. An 8-5 win here in game 2. We will go to a break, and when we're back, it's the post-game show. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com. The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family-owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small-town hospitality at a valued price. High-quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time-tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Eudora Parks and Recreation is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. Their goal is to provide recreational opportunities for the community of Eudora that will enhance and promote a healthy lifestyle for all ages. The Eudora Parks and Recreation Department gives Eudora residents and others from surrounding communities the opportunity for family-oriented activities. Visit their website at eudoraparksandrec.org to view their youth and adult programs, leagues, memberships, facilities, activity guides, and more, and follow them on all social media at Eudora Parks and Rec.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, welcome in here to the Eudora Animal Hospital post-game show. You can see your Cardinals, who put up a great performance today as to cap off an amazing season, a 23-1 regular season record for them. And Sam Clare is a star of the show. You know, and I know we've sometimes been told we sing the praises of one player too much. It's a little hard to not, though, when Claire strikes out 27 batters. But to be clear, the Cardinals are a great team. This is not the Sam Claire show. Today, a little bit was, to be honest, but it is not always that way. She was just absolutely untouchable today to a degree that sometimes even she can't necessarily capture. But this was a special day. But everybody was involved in a great day for the Cardinals. Almost every single batter got at least one hit in this game, and the Cardinals scored a run in every single inning. That's a great recipe to win a game. So, yeah, it was a strong performance for everybody here. But with 11 strikeouts in relief for Sam Claire and also no hits allowed. She only walked one batter. So, really, she kind of had an even better Game 2 than the Game 1, despite showing that she had some fatigue for sure. Just a great performance all around. Really, really effective. Let's look at these offensive stats. Corder went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Also stole 2 bases. Bourne 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Pattison 1 for 3 with a double. Burris 2 for 4 with an RBI and a triple. Sam Claire 1 for 3, an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. Brooks went 3 for 3. A really strong day for her. Driving in a run and also scoring a couple. She was really effective today. If you want to highlight one hitter for Game 2, absolutely, it's Lori Brooks. Cundiff 0 for 3 with the walk. Hemis 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. And Arnold 1 for 3 with a run scored. Bourne also stole a base. There were 3 errors. Corder committed a couple. Pattison committed 1. Arnold and Pattison doubled. Burris tripled. O'Toole started the game with the first 5 outs, allowing 4 hits, 5 runs, only 2 of them earned, 2 walks and striking out 3. Then Sam Claire came in relief. Maybe we felt like it was a little early to call on her, but it also made sense that O'Toole was looking a little bit, not necessarily having her stuff, and Sam Claire just seemed like she was on it today. So she went 5 1/3 of no hit, no run ball, only walking 1 batter and striking out 11. It was just a really effective day. On the other side, not much to talk about for the Wildcats. Meade went 1 for 3. Let's see. Kira Carson went 1 of 1 with 2 runs driven in and a run scored. Connell 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. Valdivia 1 for 3 with an RBI. Yeah, but Blakely Walter, who had the 2 for 2 in that first game against Claire, goes 0 for 4. Does score a run in this one today, or in the second one of this doubleheader. But yeah, the Cardinals were able to neutralize the Wildcats after they got off to a bit of a hot start. 3 runs in the top of the first. They were not able to hold on to it, so they dropped this doubleheader. They still end with a very strong record, 15-8 on the year. They will go into the postseason as a strong team, but the Cardinals will get to host, as they have been the best team in the Frontier League and one of the best teams around, and we hope to be able to get that covered for you. It'll matter about negotiations with Keisha, but if things go to plan, we will be able to be back to call some more softball for you here and other spring playoff sports for the Eudora Cardinals. That is something we're excited for. Hopefully we'll get to be back there. But yeah, focusing on today here, a really strong day. Cardinals with a really good win. And here, Hayden, how about I'll pass you my mic since yours isn't working here today so you can give your thoughts on the game. Hayden Harves is operating camera for us today, but we'll get his color here at the end of this doubleheader.
I appreciate that, and see if I still remember how to work a mic today. But no, it was a really fun one to watch. That second game definitely, early on in it, you and I wondered if things would change a little bit when you change pitching, and sure enough, it did early on. But those 5 runs that happened between the first 2 innings, Sam Claire stepped in, and nothing else happened. Truly, I mean, she's dominant. We know what kind of player she is. That's why she's going to, to KU to play and will be an immediate impact player on that team. But even by her standards, today was unbelievable to have, almost 2 full games worth of pitches and to not really look fatigued by the end of it either. I mean, all things considered, she looked really, really good down the stretch across 2 games, and what a way to end out the regular season for them. We really hope, once again, we'll get to call a little bit of postseason ball for them, but this was a really, really fun one. Pretty good fight put up by the Wildcats in that second game, and yeah, as it's gone all year long, just 1 loss on the entire regular season for the Lady Cards, and looking to make another deep, deep postseason run, I would think.
So yeah, the Frontier League champions will get to bring their playoff opponent here. They will be the favorite in whatever matchup they get off the bat. Probably in the first 2 or 3 rounds, you'd think they will be the favorite. They are going to be a really, really strong team. No one is going to want to face them. Whenever anybody sees Eudora on the schedule, they are going to be like, oh, man. Even if somehow they find a matchup with Olathe North, that is still a team. Last year it was a doubleheader split. This year it was just a one-off game that the Eagles were able to win. But there is no one out there that is going to be happy to see the Cardinals on their schedule. This is a really, really tough team to beat all around. Even if one side of the ball isn't at its best, the other side can absolutely carry it to victory. And it was a 10-run, 6-inning win in the first game and an 8-5 win in the second one of this doubleheader. Super strong showing for the Cardinals. Thank you so much for tuning in here for some Tuesday softball. We hope to see you next week in the postseason. Go Cardinals, and good night.